Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 78. Tonight, we are talking about Nintendo acquiring a new company, and we are ranking all of the Nintendo series as ourselves and as Nintendo. What? We're talking all that and more. Greetings, Nintendo Pals! My name is Andros, aka Nintendo Pals podcast host numero uno, and I am joined by...
Relatable.
numero dos, Micah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I came in bold, you know, boldly declaring myself number one and you number
worst,
two.
Second the best.
And third's the nerd with a hairy chest. And while neither of us have hairy chests, we do have... I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, we do. Yeah, speak for yourself. We do have some new 5-star reviews, Micah. And before I forget, let's just jump in and talk about those. 3 new 5-star reviews. 1 on Apple Podcasts, 1 on Podchaser, and a new one on Spotify. And of course, the Spotify ones are all anonymous, so sorry that we can't shout you out specifically, but thank you for leaving us a 5-star review there. Micah, you want to read off the Apple one? Oh, by the way,
you read off the Apple one.
Yeah, I'll read that one off.
I don't want you leaving things off the second one.
Oh, okay. I see. So we got this review a while back. I have just learned how to check the Apple Podcast site for UK reviews. And so I found this one there. So this one was a couple weeks ago. Well, it's like 2 months ago because it says Merry Christmas in it. So, but the review is 5 stars. Paul's review. Hello, guys. Would just like to say, love the podcast. Look forward to every episode each week. Keep up the good work. Happy Christmas to you both. Looking forward to the next one. And 5 thumbs up.
Don't forget that.
Boom, boom.
You gotta act them out.
Yeah. For those listening, I flashed 5 thumbs, not at once. I only have 2 hands, but there you go. Thank you so much for the review, Paul. And I apologize to anybody that does leave us a Apple review that is not on the US store. If we have missed that, please reach out to us on social media. Let us know, and I will definitely give you a shout out on the show because I don't want to miss any of those. But there's it separates it by region and country. There are so many, and I don't know all the codes to put in to get to those. If that makes sense, it's kind of dumb. They should just have one. I don't know why it's separate. Every other thing that we're Podchaser has them all as one. Which we got a new review on Podchaser, which Mike is very excited to read off.
We did. Yeah, there's an especially good part in it. But it's left by Frosticles. 2 polar opposite guys meet, one full of joy and always happy, but the other usually pretty good.
I wonder who's who.
Such a dynamic. Yeah, I mean, you're usually pretty good, right?
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good, and you're full of joy and always happy.
It's just oozing forth.
Yeah. You're the Woody. You're the Buzz. I'm the Woody. Right? Like that's how it was put out in that one.
Well, it depends on where we are in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
Story.
Yeah.
To continue, that makes such a dynamic duo just works so well. Great music, great communication, great guys all around. If you're looking for some strong Xenoblade information, well, that's where these guys disappoint. And then, parentheses. I jest, but it's not really much of a joke because it's true. Always look forward to listening. Wind Waker #1.
Wow, Frosticles, we didn't need that kind of energy here with the Wind Waker #1. No, I'm in here with you. I loved Wind Waker. It was a good game. I recently played it for the first time.
Second best Legend of Zelda.
It's up there. I'm still not gonna place it at #2.
As #2.
Yeah.
You still don't put Ocarina of Time at #2, do you?
I think I might put Twilight Princess at #2. Anyways, that's
I can respect that.
Personal preference.
I can respect that.
But I'm playing a new Zelda game right now.
Very little.
So
very
far
little respect.
Is impressing me pretty well. Foreshadow for the next segment of our show here. But I do just want to give a huge thanks and shout out to everybody who's left us 5-star reviews. We've been getting them almost every week, and that has been so cool because we definitely are showing up high in search results for Nintendo Podcast. So thank you for that. That is all thanks to your reviews. And we're getting close. You know, we talked a couple weeks ago. We're trying to secretly pass the Nintendo Shack. Don't tell them that we're competing with them on this. They don't know. I haven't mentioned
easier to win that way.
Yeah. But we're getting close. I think we're at 35 on Apple Podcasts for the US Podcast Store. And so yeah, keep them coming, guys. We need that help. You can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, Audible, and wherever. If you can find a spot to leave a 5-star review, do it. Anyways, so
we accept.
This I completely breezed over this, because I had a great transition into going from hairy chests to 5-star reviews. Micah, how the heck are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Full of joy, even.
oozing joy.
Oh man. You are not in your usual spot for those watching the video, unless you painted, but I don't think you did.
And changed the room shape.
Yeah.
And added a closet.
Yeah, and I didn't know you were such a football fan. You see that back there?
Oh, big fan of Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Oh. Did you even know that's who the poster was until you went?
I had to double check the look, make sure, but yeah.
So what's really happening over there? What really happened? You transformed. You transformed.
Room.
Yeah.
Walked into a different room.
You were visiting someone else's house, right?
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Oh, okay. You came to a room. I just came to a new room.
I found this room somewhere and I went in.
Oh man, what a start. Yeah, I don't really have anything new and exciting happening here. I went to Five Guys right before this, and I'm extra full. I got the smallest burger that they have, and it's still massive. It is a huge burger. And I ate a late lunch, but I still ate the entire burger because I have no self-control.
That's what men do.
Because of the hair on my chest. I'm not going to make that a callback anymore. Let's not. I'm not going to keep bringing that up. But yeah, it was really good. It's a good burger. And it's so satisfying to go up to the corner or to the counter, and they're like, order the burger, and they're like, what would you like on it? And I just go, everything. And they're like everything? I'm like, yep. And they're like, all right, all the way. And that's what goes on there. It's so easy. I don't have to go up and be like, oh, I don't like mushrooms. I don't like onions. I want just this and this and this. And just like this and this and this. No, I got it with everything. So I clearly like those things. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I was like, what kind of everything sandwich hamburger was this where they didn't have mushrooms and onions?
No, I'm saying it's nice to go up and not be that guy that picks and chooses what goes on. Plus, then your interaction with the cashier goes like a full 5 minutes longer as you're explaining that you want this and this and this.
Nothing wrong with being one of those guys. You just have to talk to people more, and that's the worst.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what we're getting at.
That is what I'm getting at. Yeah. I wasn't trying to insult the people giving the order. No, I'm just saying that it's just convenient to be like, yeah, just give me everything. Yeah, so that was good. I also got a milkshake. It's pretty good. And yeah.
I think you're desperate
there you go.
for news of what happened this last week.
No, it's just on my mind because I'm extremely full. And as we sat down to start, as we sit down to start the podcast, I'm like, oh, it's like I'm in slight food coma. It feels like.
I'm like almost the opposite. I last ate about 7 hours ago.
Wow, you need to get some food in you, man.
Actually, closer to 8.
How do you go that long without eating?
Oh, it's easy. You just don't eat.
You just have body fat for your body to feed off of.
Whoa. Body muscle. Body to feed off
I don't think that is a healthy thing to be wanting, is your body to eat your muscle. Probably get that checked out.
Much of it.
Okay, well, this is slightly more on topic. Also, this week, I worked on putting some new merch up on the Nintendo Pals merch store, and I can talk about it. And it's also a plug for Nintendo Pals merch. If you want to buy a t-shirt, if you want to buy flip-flops, if you want to get what else do we have out there? Mouse pads, random assortments of stuff. What I added this week was hats. And these aren't print-on hats. These are stitched. The reason it took a little bit more work is because I had to redo the logo in a way that worked with the stitching options. So, and I think they turned out pretty good. I will be getting mine. I ordered one. I'll be getting mine here in the next couple weeks, and I will definitely wear it on the show and give my thoughts on how it turned out. We do our merch through Streamlabs, which is also the streaming service we use for like our chats and all that stuff. So, yeah, like the stuff that's on stream on Twitch. Anyways, check that out. Links in the description. Well, Micah, with all of this waffling about and not just kind of rambling on random stuff, let's hop into the first segment of our show and let's talk What You Playing. That What You Playing bumper is so loud. Why is that so loud? I swear I turned it down. Anyways, here we are in What You Playing, and Micah, I'll start this week because I just got done playing shortly before going out to get that delicious burger from Five Guys. I finished up my first time playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is just released on the Nintendo Switch Online app. And that game is... I keep saying it. That game is a mood, man. Like, it is so dark, but also has this, like, comedy and lightheartedness to it. It's just... It is a tone that no other Zelda game has really hit, in my opinion, right off the bat. Like it is so bizarre.
Real question is, can you skip through dialogue faster?
Nope, not in the cutscenes, but in non-cutscenes you can. So there you go.
That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Micah's not gonna like this because he can't because he is biased. I don't remember. I phrased it really nicely in my stream. I said because Micah wants modern gaming mechanics in a 20-year-old game.
It's not my fault. My brain just works a little too fast.
Yeah,
I can't slow myself down for these.
I think as well. The story here is way more engaging, so you like actually want to read through the dialogue more closely. Yeah.
So the story is actually good, is what you're saying. The
story is actually really interesting. I don't really know too much I know the general of what happens. I mean, do you know the general of what happens in Majora's Mask? If you had to give a synopsis.
A moon falls, and you have 3 days to stop it.
Okay.
And it restarts. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's.
There's a giant skeleton at some point in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for me. Thank you. Yeah, so that is how much I knew as well. I was like, okay, I know that a moon is coming down to crash. It's got a big mean face too.
Rude.
And you have 3 days to do the thing, and then you can travel back in time and try doing more. Doing more of the things. Yeah. Let me tell you that the last day, especially like hours before the moon is going to crash, is anxiety inducing, like hardcore. The music is so intense. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I felt, even though I knew I was going to be able to do the things in time, I was still felt the pressure. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really have only just begun. I am in the second cycle of 3 days right now, and that's where I left off. That first cycle of 3 days is pretty scripted, and then I think from this point on, it's open. Like, I get to choose where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. I don't know if I need certain. I'm going to try and collect all the masks. That was recommended by pretty much everybody that said I should play Majora's Mask. Like, I'll get every single mask because that's how you'll really appreciate the game. And I was like, I'm not one for the collect-a-thon side of things, but I can already tell that I want to in this game. It's really interesting to collect the masks, and you're definitely going to. I'm just going to tell you, Micah, you're definitely going to do that.
Depends on if the game's actually good.
Yeah, I think you're going to get sucked into this one. I am, for sure. Really enjoying it. So yeah, so that's been my experience with Majora's Mask. I keep wanting to say Wind Waker. I don't know why. I noticed some stuff that they definitely used again in Wind Waker. Yeah, I won't spoil it. You'll just have to play.
Majora's Mask can't be too bad then.
No, I noticed some good parallels. It was really interesting. And besides that, I played some more Clubhouse 51 games, and let me tell you that I mastered Spider Solitaire on the hardest setting. Nice. That was tough, man. I think that game took over an hour, and it was a lot of like
a long time
reversing back. Well, I was like, I'm so close. But then I get into these stuck ruts, so then I'd have to back like 20 steps and then try again.
Yeah, I mean, not to brag, I do play solitaire games on the phone on occasion, but I think I mastered it in less than an hour. But I actually restarted a lot. For most of them, when I like hit a dead end and it wasn't going very well, I'd be like, I'm just going to restart. So I did that like 4 times before I got to my good game. Well, it wasn't too crazy.
Listen, I don't mean to brag, but I also mastered Last Card, aka Uno. Wow. AKA, why does that have different CPU difficulty settings? It's Uno. Yeah.
Why'd you have to play it multiple times?
I was like, are you serious, game? Because my goal now is to, like you, I want to master everything. I want to try and get gold on every game in the Clubhouse 51 games. And
just the piano. You can't.
You can't in the piano,
as far
right?
as I know.
Yeah, I was like, I hope you can't, because I tried.
Yeah, I tried for a bit too. I was like, there's nothing I can do.
And then I also played some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe this week, and I did pretty good. I was consistently getting first and second in online matches. I was playing in a tournament, so yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
Makes me excited for the DLC to come. And that's really all I hit this week. I didn't play a whole ton of games because you and I did that whole react to Nintendo trailers, and had a lot of fun with that. Like, I did not realize how fun that was going to be until we did it. And
I didn't realize how insane
man.
it was.
Yeah, like some of... Oh, man. I don't... we won't talk about it here, but check out our YouTube channel where we did... I put up a video version of us doing the live reaction to weird Nintendo commercials that were submitted by the Nintendo Pals community over on our Discord. And we had so much fun with it, and there's still such a wealth of trailers that we'll probably do it again. So join up our Discord if you have interesting, old, weird Nintendo commercial that you want us to watch, or modern. We watched Pokemon Legends once as well. Yeah, hit up our Discord and put it in the submissions channel for that, because it was super fun. I had a good time. Micah, what have you been playing?
As well. Just to clarify.
I did too. I am having fun. What did you play this week, man?
I didn't play much. I mean, I played my weekly little bit of Paper Mario. It's the first time on stream I didn't just in one session get a star. I went to the terrible, I can't remember what it's called, some flower fields, and I kept getting lost so bad. It took me forever. I can't remember which direction I had to go, but I think that might be my least favorite area. Because of the direction. I didn't enjoy it either when I played through that one. Like, I think the theme is cool, and it was fun to like find how to get there. But it was also extremely annoying to find how to get there, because if you missed any seeds, it's like, go back to all these spots. In this area.
Yeah. And
I fortunately didn't have to search too hard to find the one I had missed.
Yeah, it's
I feel like I remember the directions pretty well, and then suddenly I just completely forgot.
Have you been to an icy place yet? I don't think so. So I'm guessing that's the last one. For some reason, I thought the flower one was the last one. So you'll have one more after this one, and then you're almost done. Pretty sweet.
Kind of sad though. It's been good.
Yeah.
Besides that, I just played more Pokemon Legends. I rolled credits I think 3 days ago, but I haven't started. I'm planning on starting into some of the
post game
and stuff, but yeah, post game. But I haven't done any of it yet. Dude,
I haven't touched it since I rolled credits. I played a little bit of post game. I caught some more Pokemon, and I'm going to. I want to. I just been really busy, so haven't touched it too much.
I took my time getting to roll credits. I think I'm like a 9-star Galaxy member
at credit roll. Wow.
Yeah. I've done a lot.
Okay. Well, so your post game's going to go like crazy fast, because I think essentially what you got to do is just complete the Pokédex, and then you get. But I don't know. I think there's a second big boss, and I'm gonna guess.
Catching one of everything, or is it?
I don't know if it's for catching everything, but I'm gonna guess it's either Arceus or maybe Giratina. You have to fight. I haven't gotten there yet, but
I would guess Arceus for reasons involving items you get.
Oh yeah, duh.
Spoiler,
that does make sense. Yeah, it's not really a spoiler, but
I mean, if you know, you know. I think so.
Yeah. Nice. That's all you played this week, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there has to be something else.
I know. That's why I was like, I'm looking at the game. I'm looking at my Switch, going like, what did I play this week? I just guess I spent more time doing like video edits and things than actually playing games. So I've been still doing a lot of Nintendo stuff. It's just not been playing Nintendo games, which is weird.
Yeah.
But there you have it. My kids have been really enjoying it. You know, I gotta say, my son, I told him like, hey, Kirby comes out in a month. And he's like, man, I hope Splatoon comes out the month after that. He really wants Splatoon. Like, really bad. And we were at the store, and he was like, I want to get
Splatoon?
No, he hasn't. Yeah, and I don't think he's going to like it that much, because he's only 5, and he hasn't played too much shooters, you know?
Cool. He might like more of the, I think the the wave mode. What like brain farting? What that's called? Salmon Run or something?
Salmon Run. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think that. But he's really into it, so we're definitely getting it. We were going to get it anyways. And every time we go to the store, he's like, "Oh, Splatoon 2's here." And I was like, "Dude, we're not going to get Splatoon 2. Splatoon 3 comes out in just a couple months. I'm not going to get Splatoon 2 right before then. So we'll wait." Because, yeah, we haven't... Micah and I haven't jumped into Splatoon. You know, what was brought up earlier? Xenoblade, Splatoon. What do we know? What are we...
Oh, you know, I own Splatoon.
You have? Wait. You have the original?
I have the original.
Oh, but you didn't get 2.
No, I didn't get 2 because no one else got it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed Splatoon, but like no one I knew had it.
Yeah,
so.
Now we have a community, as with the Nintendo Pals community, and there are a lot of people getting that game. So we're gonna have people to play with for sure. I also played Splatoon 1 a fair amount, but I didn't get 2. So yeah.
How come we never played then?
I don't know. How come we never played? I don't know. Yeah. Well, my God, I feel like since we're talking Splatoon, and let's jump to the next segment of the show and talk about the Nintendo news. So I guess it's a sort of a transition. I just a reminder that Splatoon 3 is coming out in the summer, but pre-orders for the physical version of the game have started showing up. So get out and get your pre-orders for the physical version of Splatoon 3. Next bit of news. I was
kind of wondering where that transition was going.
Yeah, I didn't actually add that to the news, but I just knew it. With the addition of Majora's Mask, NSO also got an update which appears to have improved a lot of the game's emulation pretty substantially, mainly with the fog being in place correctly. So Ocarina of Time now looks a little bit better, and so does Mario Kart. Those are the screenshots I saw. Choco Mountain on Mario Kart now has its like classic look of being extremely foggy, so that you can't see as far ahead of you. And Ocarina of Time was a big deal. People were upset about because because the games were built around that poor rendering, and so things look weird in the distance. Yeah, like the Deku Tree like sticks out above everything.
You're not
and
supposed
like
to see that.
Yeah, you're like, oh no. Yeah, it's like being behind the rides at like Disney World or something. You're like, wait a second, like everything's fake. Like it's all
That's a robot.
Yeah, it's all like cardboard cutouts of grass and stuff. Yeah. And then next bit of news here, the Pokemon Presents. Now, Micah and I record these episodes Friday and they go live Mondays. So if you're listening to this, the Pokemon Presents has already happened. So stay tuned. We'll give our thoughts on that next week.
Yeah, at some point in time.
Next bit of news, Nintendo acquired Srd Co Ltd. The statement from Nintendo is SRD is a development company which has been closely involved for nearly 4 decades in developing Nintendo video game software. Side note here from me, I read somewhere in an Ask Iwata interview that these guys were the original ones to prototype Mario's jump for Mario Bros. Like they were like, hey, we should try Mario, but he jumps higher. And so they sent that over to SRD to make a prototype build of, and they had a lot of fun with it. And that's, yeah, so there's that. Continuing the statement from Nintendo, completion of the acquisition will serve to strengthen the management base of SRD and secure the availability of software development resources for Nintendo. Because, again, SRD is not Nintendo. They could actually work for anybody. They have been working with Nintendo very closely for 40 years, and I assume they have other clients that they work with. But Nintendo's like, no, we want all of you.
Not anymore.
In addition to facilitating an anticipated improvement in software development efficiency, the acquisition is expected to close April 1st, 2022, pending satisfaction of all relevant terms and customary closing conditions. So, yeah. Move over, Xbox. Guess who's acquiring companies now? Nintendo's in on the game, man. This is actually kind of surprising. I do wonder why they decided to purchase these guys. I mean, they did state their reasoning here, but why not just keep the same relationship? Was there something happening where these guys didn't have enough resources?
Popular with the other kids.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have, or they just didn't have enough resources to give Nintendo the support they were hoping to get. So it's like, well, we'll just buy you and give you money too. So there you go. These types of purchases. So this company is so integrated with Nintendo already that their office in Kyoto is actually inside the. I think it still is. At least at one point was inside the Nintendo headquarters. So
it probably worked relatively closely.
So it's almost like you have the guy that's like worked there forever, and then they're like, "Hey, you don't actually work here. We should hire you." You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll be hired. It's just kind of funny.
It's been an independent contractor that they've had going for 40 years.
Yeah, it's a long time. That's a long time to have worked with the company. I mean, they were probably one of the first third parties Nintendo worked with on stuff like this. And yeah, so there you have it. Along with this, Next Level Games, which were they acquired last year? Was that the one that was acquired last year? I think so.
They were acquired at some point.
Next Level Games was revealed to be the ones developing the upcoming Mario Strikers game. Surprising no one, the Mario Sports team is making the next Mario Sports game. So yeah, there you have it, Mario Strikers.
Someone somewhere that's surprised.
What? Next Level Games is making Mario Strikers?
Is soccer even a sport?
It's not soccer. It's Strikers. What's it called? Well, I can't remember.
Mario Strikers Battle.
Yeah, but no. The sport is not actually called soccer in game. They're like, this is Strike. It's very similar to soccer, but with a lot more physical contact. Soccer. Yeah, it's like soccer and hockey in one game.
And almost murder. Attempted murder, I'd say.
Yes. Yeah, so there you go. And then I wanted to add this bit in here. Smash Bros. Amiibo got a release date announcement for the Min Min Smash Bros. Amiibo, which is April 29th. And also announced at the same time was that the Steve and Alex Minecraft Smash Bros. Amiibo that were previously announced to launch in spring are being delayed to later in 2022 due to manufacturing and distribution issues, which is a bummer, but understandable in current...
Not too surprising.
Yeah, in current circumstances. That stuff is hard to ship and to get. Yeah. Do you think we're going to get a Sora Smash Bros. Amiibo?
I mean, I think it would do extremely well.
Yeah, you are.
It could sell a lot.
You are right about that. That one would be gone. I actually might jump in on that because they probably make a really nice one, and it would be impossible to find after launch. So
Yeah, and I randomly decided to look it up. In Mario Strikers, they apparently play Strike, like you said.
Oh, I was right.
Not soccer, but Strike.
Yeah, this is the sport. It's called Strike. What a name for a sport. It's interesting.
It makes me think of bowling.
There better be Pyra, says Ninfrendo in chat. Have they not announced that already? I thought they had. But I guess we're on Steve, so Pyra was after Steve.
That might be kind of difficult to do if you do like the Pyra Mithra, like you do both.
Yeah, they can make one of each. No, they're doing Steve and Alex, so if they don't do Pyra and Mithra, Xenoblade fans will riot.
But Steve and Alex don't swap in battle. So I was thinking the Pyra Mithra might be both in one amiibo.
On one amiibo.
Extra fancy. Yeah.
I mean, if they're both on there, that would be cool. Yeah, but not just one. I don't think they could get away with that. I mean, they could. They can do whatever they want.
That's exactly what they're going to do now. Now that we're like, that would be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, in the presentation, didn't he have statues of them that they like used for like modeling in the game? He did. He was like showing them off, but they were like figures, like nice statues, not amiibos, which are also nice statues, but they're much smaller. I will say that while shopping this week, saw both the Metroid Dread amiibo and the Legend of Zelda it's not Wind Waker, it's not Majora's Mask, Skyward Sword, a Loftwing amiibo. I had to run through them in my head. I don't know why I'm so stuck in Wind Waker. It's just Wind Waker's just that good. Too good of a game. It's just that good. You're right.
Yes.
The Loftwing amiibo, which was impossible to find, they're both fully stocked on shelves. So I think those are a rare case. If the amiibo is extremely popular, it's so hard to find after launch. Like, so hard to find. Micah is 100% right. If they make a Sora one, that will be gone, and you will never find it again. Like, so if you want a Sora one when it comes out, get it. I think Pyra Mithra might also be one that just is gone. Most of the Smash Bros. Ones do really well. And that about does it for news. Micah, did I miss anything? Have you heard any news on Nintendo that we didn't cover here? Nope. All right.
I'm pretty sure you did say the Min Smash Bros. Amiibo. Did I just miss that?
Yeah,
part
you did.
Of the Steve and Alex? Okay, yeah, I was just not
Min.
falling asleep.
Sorry. Well, we better get to the next segment of our show.
I was looking up Strike.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were trying to find the name of the sports for strikers. Well, let's move to the next segment of our show, and let's go to the rumor mill. In the rumor mill this week, I want to share with you some crazy stuff. Okay,
such a twist.
There is a plot twist here. It's a big twist. We sent the Pikmin into the mines of the rumor mill to find the juiciest of juicy stories to share here. And let me tell you, a leaker by the name of Waddle Dee Knows, guessed everything right in the last Nintendo Direct. Everything. They had so many accurate estimates prior to the Direct happening that it's almost unbelievable. And you want to know why it's almost unbelievable? Because it is unbelievable. It was fake. It was actually game journalist John Cartwright. He was performing a social experiment where he attempted... He knew a Direct was coming up soon. Just because it's normal for February. So he made a private account called Waddle Dee Knows and posted things every day, predictions every day, but they were all private. All right? And this is leading up to the Direct. And they were... He studied Nintendo insiders and leakers on Twitter and formulated his guesses similar to what they do in giving like semi-vague details, and also on putting different. I see in chat people are like, yeah. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to really lead everybody on here, but it was quite insane, because what he did was just post things on Twitter every day under this private account. They were all private, and then once the direct went live, he deleted all of the inaccurate ones and then published the account. And because of that, all of those correct predictions happened prior to the direct launching. But also all the bad ones he made, those were just gone, and no one will ever know because it was a private account. Anyways, he started to gain a pretty big following. Several thousand people following on Twitter for this Waddle Dee Knows account, which I thought was hilarious how he set the whole thing up, because he's like, what do these... They usually have a cutesy Nintendo character and like a name about... that has something to do with that. And so he picked the little Waddle Dee with a diploma from the new Kirby game trailers. And it was funny because it so accurately nailed what a lot of these do. And then he continued to do leaks and information posts after the direct that were still vague enough and still specific, and some specific enough to continue to be validated. But he shut the whole thing down because news outlets started to pick up the stories and were publishing news articles around the posts. And he was like, that's the point where he's like, that means no one did any research. They saw the post. They assumed I was telling the truth because I had somewhat of a following and enough likes. And they didn't even reach out and ask. Like he didn't receive any DMs or things like that. And he didn't name what outlets reported on it, but we can throw bad outlets under the bus here, right? Like Kotaku, like, blah, get that out of here.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna throw them.
I do not like Kotaku, man. They don't read a Kotaku article. Don't give support to that site. So yeah, it was just a really interesting experiment. So this isn't really a rumor. This actually happened, but it was involving a fake rumor, and it was journalism at its best, as Ninfrendo in chat says. This was going undercover to get the inside scoop on what it is like to be a Nintendo leaker. What are your thoughts, Micah?
It's pretty crafty.
Yeah.
How he did that. I wonder how many people have or will now do that.
I am a little upset at how big of a following he gained in such a short time. He did not use any John Cartwright anything, nothing to tie it back to him. So this was a brand new, fresh account. No boosts from anywhere. And like thousands of people following this. Why are you following those things when you could be following the Nintendo pals and getting real news and good discussions?
It's because he was correct in his guesses. And
listen,
we are always wrong in our guesses.
Yeah, but we're not trying to be an insider. I just feel like people gravitate towards these insider accounts and following those. And, not that there's anything wrong with that other than you're supporting leaking, which I don't really support. I think is a bad thing for everybody involved. But there's real journalism. There's real content creators to follow. Not that they're no, they're not really content creators. So I don't know. I don't mean to throw shade towards anybody else. But I'm not trying to put others down. I'm just trying to say instead of following accounts like
Don't put these ones down, but these ones are better.
Waddle Dee knows. Follow Nintendo Pals on Twitter. So yeah, there you go. I think that was an interesting story. Thanks for doing that, John. I think in his video where he went over what he did, he expressed some regret because of how big it ended up getting, and he didn't want it to do that. It was more of a social experiment to see how big of a following he could get and then he never planned to keep it alive. It was all a temporary test to see if I can become a Nintendo insider in X amount of time. And he did it without any actual real knowledge or insider info. So just check your sources, you know. We're guilty of it here. We've talked about rumors that have been reported by supposed insiders, but we just like to have conversations about potential things that could be happening, you know. And the rumor mill, it will always be a segment that is just that, rumors. It's there. Sometimes the stuff comes to pass, sometimes it doesn't. It's just fun to talk about, fun to speculate on, and so for that purpose, I think it's fun, you know. But that's why the Nintendo news comes first. We don't talk about rumors, but we do. Anyways, let's move to the next segment of our show, Micah, and the last segment of our show, and talk the community corner. Micah, I've been just barreling through everything here. I've not given you so much of a chance to speak because I apologize, Micah. So here we go. You can answer this first question first.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I know you've been just dying to say something. I missed a rumor. Wait. Go back to the rumor. Wait. How do I go back here? Wait. We're back in the rumor mill. Okay. You want to share this one?
I mean, it's about your favorite thing, though. I would feel bad taking this rumor away from you.
Nintendo Switch Sports. Woo! Okay, you can take it. That's fine.
And AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution Support Notice discovered. I actually don't know much about this rumor. I found out about it approximately an hour ago. But Twitter user NWPlayer123 took a close look at the downloadable trial licenses and found a post by AMD discovered. This refers to the use of Fidelity FX Super Resolution Chipmaker technology, and this is also known as FSR.
And it's up there in competition with the DLSS that we've talked about before. When you remember when Switch Pro was a thing, everybody was talking about DLSS is going to be on the Switch Pro.
Yep, it said it was just a fancy screen.
This is interesting. So this is data mined stuff from the Nintendo Switch Sports demo. They found what looks like the ability to call to support this technology in Nintendo Switch Sports, of all things, which I just like. What sort of? I mean, I'll take it.
Switch Sports is also heralding in the Switch Pro
4K Switch Pro is clearly the showcase game that we're going to be talking about. 4K quality next gen gaming.
It's the only game that will be playable on the Switch Pro.
We want to showcase our 4K gameplay here, and we're going to do that with clearly the most graphically intense game series known to Nintendo, and that is Nintendo Switch Sports.
Mii's.
Yeah. Mii's. No, they're not Mii's exactly in this game. There are Mii's, but...
All of them kind of are. Their Mii's all grown up.
I think this is interesting, and I'm excited. It shows that they are exploring the potential of the technology, and it may be like a software thing that they will just update. I don't know if the Fidelity the FSR technology is already in Switches, because it's an NVIDIA. Is that NVIDIA? Was that right? Or AMD? I don't know. No, it's not NVIDIA. NVIDIA was DLSS. I'm not sure if that technology already exists, or like I really don't know how it works tech wise, but cool to see that they are experimenting with potential support for that sort of thing. Breath of the Wild 2 and 4K.
Well, you also skipped, I don't know if you're actually reading, Schlimtor said 4K Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
So
Metroid Prime 4.
Leaving off the best half of that statement, I would love me some Metroid Prime 4.
In 4K. Metroid Prime 4K.
That just really even need it.
That just fits. Yeah, again, it's like I don't know if it's necessary, but it is nice.
Give me the game.
Yeah, Mike is like, I don't care if you give it to me in like 720 or like whatever, 100.
Metroid Prime graphics, and that would be okay.
Yeah, it would be a great game. I mean, Metroid Prime holds up. So, alrighty, now we're in the community corner, and in the community corner, we have our first question here from Solo Something. What games off the recent closing of the Wii U, and I'm going to add in here 3DS eShop, are coming as remastered versions for the Switch? And he said, your wish list. I asked for clarification on this. Like, I don't know what's coming. I'm not Nintendo, you know. But
we're not insiders.
We're not insiders, no. But what would we like to see from the recent closures come over in some fashion? You got an answer for this one?
Obviously, Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
The Prime Trilogy.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Do you want to see that come over as a remaster? Because that is what he's saying specifically, like coming as remastered versions.
I definitely wouldn't be upset.
But you would be happy with a port? Or no?
Yeah.
No. I think I'd be happy with a port as
Either
well.
or.
I want to see Photo Dojo come back to life, because it is going to be stranded. I can't. That's the problem. Is it's very hardware specific, because it needs the DSi or 3DS camera in order to function as a game.
Yeah.
So I mean, the best they could do.
As far as I know, the Switch does not have a game.
It does not. So the best they could do at this stage, until they announce the Switch 2, which has a camera, is.
I mean, you could upload pictures.
True. Yeah, they would have to. They would have to do
like a companion app thing or something.
Yeah, they would have to do some serious. I was going to say just make it a mobile game, which also works. But yeah, you're right. It could just be like a companion app. Upload it to the site. But I don't think they'll go through that effort for Photo Dojo, and it makes me sad. Photo Dojo is going to die. Please go buy Photo Dojo. You'll love it.
It's pretty great.
Schlimtor in chat says Pushmo. That whole series, yeah, that would be great. Get a remastered collection, maybe of all the games, or just a straight up sequel. It's like a budget game, $20-$40 for a new Pushmo game. I want to shout out. Pocket Card Jockey, which I haven't played, but I will be picking up. It is a 3DS exclusive, developed by Game Freak, and apparently a really fun game. Also, a suggestion in chat here from Ninfrendo says Box Boy. Didn't we get a Box Boy on Switch, though? Maybe I'm completely making that up. I might be completely making this up.
Oh, I haven't played Box Boy either, though. So,
Box Boy plus Box Girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that looks familiar.
But I don't know about the original Box Boy, if that's part of that or not. And then, the whole we're losing a lot with the Virtual Console, honestly.
They got Golden Sun on that bad boy.
We're losing the entire Game Boy and Game Boy Advance libraries available on Virtual Console. And that's just extremely sad. The thing is, like, clearly Nintendo's new motivation, new direction they're trying to go for is with the NSO. And that is where they want to offer the Virtual Console experience. Major air quotes around that, because I know it is not really comparable, but they are pushing for the people that want Virtual Console to come to NSO. And instead of offering those games through something like a Virtual Console. And to that end, I don't think we're going to see these come in nearly the quantity that they should.
It's not for a while in that quantity.
And here's the thing:
how they've been adding games to NSO,
the Wii U has a fantastic library of Virtual Console games, and so does the 3DS. Both fantastic. A Wii U, I mean, like, the amount of games that you can get on the Wii U is just insane through Virtual Console, and also through, like, their Nintendo Selects and that sort of thing. And it's stranded on a system that only sold like 10 million units. The Switch, over 100 million units. If they just did a Virtual Console at this point, they would make so much money off of that. Like, crazy amounts. Yeah. I get that they're trying to move to the online subscription service, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing as a whole. Where do you stand on it?
If they came in the same like quantity, that'd be incredible. Since we're paying for it, NSO, it'd just be free games.
Yeah, I want there to be like just the amount of games available that was on the Wii U and 3DS shop to be available via NSO. For sure.
Yeah, that would be super cool. And like you said, they'd sell so many games.
They would, yeah. And NSO would sell like crazy if they decided to do more to it. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance would be really cool to see come over. Solo something, I know that didn't necessarily answer your questions, but I think Mike and I both had a couple games, and chat here had a couple games to throw your way. I definitely browse through those. You still got a year before they're completely shut down, but some of those are not going to come back. And that's just the sad truth. Photo Dojo is one of those. The Pocket Card Jockey is another one of those, where they're just so platform specific. Nintendo Land is probably another one of those. Although I could see them making a sequel to that in some form or fashion. Next question, Micah, comes from Monkey Thunder. Any predictions for the next N64 game? My guess is either Pokemon Snap, announced during the presentation on Sunday, or Kirby, since the new Kirby game comes out next month. What are you thinking will be next, Micah?
So I was having to look up to try and remember which ones haven't been added yet. But I think you make a really good point with if it'd be perfect timing for Pokemon Snap with their what it's called, with their presentation coming up. So I'm going to steal his answer and say Pokemon Snap.
I agree. I think it's going to be Pokemon Snap. Will be next, or Kirby, because it makes sense to kind of drum up the hype for both of those games. But they also have announced F-Zero, right? And
we got Pokemon Golf. Oh yeah, and then F-Zero.
Mario Golf. Yeah, that was the other one. You said Pokemon Golf, by the way.
Did I say Pokemon Golf?
Yeah. That would be that. I mean, that's a cool game idea.
I was currently looking at Pokemon Snap.
And
besides that, I mean, there's Mario Golf, F-Zero X, and Kirby 64.
Yeah, those are the ones that are announced.
Three,
but the data mine back when the service first launched showed that there was even more beyond that. So who knows?
I imagine they would release the ones they have announced first before moving to others.
Yep. They need to. I think they need to up the quantity per month. Like once a month release of an N64 game, like 2 a month. I think at least 2 a month.
It would be nice.
Because there's I mean, it's a small library, so maybe they're just trying to artificially kind of stretch it. Like, oh, just keep on stretching. Yeah. 1 every 2 weeks is sort of where I was thinking. And it looks like see that comment in chat as well. 1 every 2 weeks seems to be like that would be a good amount, enough to feel like you're getting.
But I haven't been like any of the new games they've added yet.
Yeah. Micah, I have to go help a child real quick who's knocking on his door. So I'll leave this next question to you to monologue. Dan from Retro Logic asks, Nintendo is letting you pick 1 new DLC character for Mario Kart 8. They have to have appeared on a Nintendo console. That's the only rule that he gives. So, Jonesy from Fortnite, let's go! No, just kidding.
Are we counting? I mean, I've watched Netflix on Nintendo consoles.
So give me your 1 character, and then like what you think the level would look like, and I will be back as fast as I can. I'm still listening too. I have my headset on.
Okay. Just tell it to me while I'm just gone. My first thought went immediately to Golden Sun, one of my favorite game series of all time. So I would like an Isaac character, and I feel like they could have a lot of cool things in a level. They could kind of do like the Breath of Volcano level where it's kind of falling apart. They could do a level similar to that, like the beginning of the game, of the original Golden Sun, where something along those lines happens. Where they have their fancy psi energy abilities, so that could change up the track as you play. I mean, he's not necessarily the coolest or most unique to look at, but I still think it would be great. That or Samus. Which is a little more boring of an answer, I guess, but would still be super cool. Plus, we could always use more of that good Metroid music on the stage. The atmosphere of the stage could be really cool.
I'm like running back and forth mid-cast. I'll give my answer real quick. I think it would be cool to do a third-party character, honestly. I've always said like Kirby just feels like a must. But let's just go full Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Yep, that's what I want. I think a mix of like Destiny Islands for the track, but it also like teleports you to like the different darkness themed, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the Shadow Realm, essentially, where
I
they
haven't played any of them, so not really.
so like all the spots where he battles Heartless would be pretty cool. I just think there's potential.
Heartless.
There's potential for a really cool track. I kind of think same energy as like the Hyrule Castle level. I don't remember what it's called. The Hyrule track. Yeah, that's my pick. I pick Sora, and you pick Isaac from Golden Sun. Those are good picks, man. I would be like all for that DLC if either were dropped. I'd be like, oh yeah, let's do it.
It'd blow my mind. I mean, I would be very surprised if they did Sora, but I'd be extra surprised if they did Isaac from Golden Sun.
So give me like a real weird pick. Like, what's the weirdest pick you can go with under these rules that Dan set?
Well, I mean, Nickelodeon Brawlers and stuff is coming out, right?
Yeah, SpongeBob.
I'm like, so as a good one. But I was gonna say Finn and Jake. Well,
that is not Nickelodeon. Yeah, that's not Nickelodeon.
Is that not Nickelodeon? I thought it was Nickelodeon /
No, they're Cartoon Network.
Yeah, well, I knew it was Cartoon Network, but I thought they were kind of combined. Do they have two different games?
Yes. Cartoon Battle Network, I think, is what that one's called.
Is that what it was?
I was gonna say it would be really funny if they added
either of those.
It'd be really funny if they added like a real life sports player, like Russell Wilson. You got it on the back. Like so random. It would be so random and just weird. I don't want them to do that, but if we're going for like what's the weirdest pick you could get, how about what's the guy's name? The bad guy in Mario Bros. 2. Morty?
Again, Mario Bros. 2.
What's his name?
What their names?
I gotta Google it.
Is he
Wart.
The big one?
Oh yeah, Wart. Gosh, I'm such a dummy. Mort. I got. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Wart. That would be a cool one. All right. So then next here, next question is from Third Strongest Mole.
Be honest. Do you always securely attach the Wii remote or the Joy-Con wrist strap? And I can say for the Wii, 100% yes. It kind of depends on the Joy-Con, on whether or not I'm too lazy to go and get like the attachment that you have to slide on so you can have the strap. So it depends on the game. I haven't during 51 games dart throwing and bowling. Because you don't even, I mean, in the bowling, you don't even let go. So there's no inclination to just let go of your controller. And in the darts, it's like pretty gentle. I guess I'll also include the Oculus controllers, not Nintendo related, but I always secure those as well. Because I have myself let go on accident once, just getting like used to it, and other people have also let go of them when I let them use it. So it is mandatory that people put those on. Yeah, I mean, even with the straps for the Wii controllers, I did have a cousin accidentally punch their TV. Fortunately, not hard enough to break anything, but you also got to make sure people aren't standing too close to the TV when swinging.
So Wii remote, yes, almost always actually. Joy-Con, almost never.
Yeah, that's usually the consensus by everyone.
Yeah, I can't find the wrist strap is not always on the Joy-Con because you have to slide it on the bar.
Yes, it's a pain to get.
So it's too much of a hassle to use the wrist strap, even for the motion control games, even when it says, like, remember to wear your wrist strap.
It tells you every time.
Yeah. Like, listen, I live on the edge. If my Joy-Con going to fly out into out and break my TV, I think it's worth it for not having to put on the wrist strap thing. No, that's not true. Yeah. It's also quite a bit lighter than a Wii remote. So not nearly as much dangerous.
It's not, someone said, I can't remember, it's not as dangerous. Yeah, Schlimmtor, Wii remotes are more dangerous.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Next question comes from Solo Something. Asks, what do you like most about the coming Switch Sports, and what do you like least? Micah, what are your thoughts?
It's two sides of the same coin. I like most of it has some new games from Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. But what I like least is they also cut out a lot of games, especially from Wii Sports Resort, which I think would be a lot of fun on the Switch.
So from my time with the playtest, I
didn't do any of the playtests. I forgot.
I
even signed up and everything.
That they did. I love how it feels exactly like Wii Sports. The feel is there. It is really good and really cool. What do I like least? It's hard to say because we don't know everything about the game yet, but I do think that at launch it's a bummer golf isn't there. But for my time with the playtest, I don't really have anything negative to say about the playtest. I think everything went really good. My experience with the game was really good. It only offered limited modes, so I don't know if that makes if that's going to be a big difference. You know, if they're going to have a whole bunch more modes to do for each sport. You know, like there's going to be
that'd
different.
Be cool because I mean the Wii Sports they had I remember for tennis they had like the 3 different things you could do.
The training modes, yeah.
You try and medal.
And we know from the website that there's actually a progression system with unlockable costumes and character type things. So, I don't know. What do I like least? I think I'm not a fan of moving completely away from the Miis. I know that they are an option that will be there. Question in chat says, you liked the swords game, Chambara? Yes, I liked it. I thought it was
the same as
pretty good.
Sports Resort.
Yeah.
But I heard you can have 2 swords now or something.
Yeah, double sword, man. I clicked that right away. It popped up and I was like, "There's options."
Like, how do you?
I don't know if it really makes a difference.
Sword.
Yeah, you can't block and swing at the same time, even with the double sword.
Ultimate attack though,
Yes, you do have an ultimate attack if you swing both. It's pretty cool. Don't come after me, Nintendo Ninjas. I didn't share any details here. I don't know what anybody's talking about. You didn't see anything. Thank you so much for the question. Solo something. Sorry we missed that last week. Also, sorry we missed your question, They're Strong and Small, last week. They added those like right before the show started, so we didn't get them into the notes. Next question here, and the meat of this episode, comes from JDP Kart. Asks, maybe you should do a tier list of Nintendo series for a video, ranking them from most important to lesser in the series. Or maybe a podcast topic? ? Well, guess what? We've done that. We have compiled lists, tier ranking lists for each of us, Micah and myself, and we are going to compare where the series. I'm sorry, I have to read this comment by Schlimtor here. It says there's Metroid and then everything else. SSS tier Metroid.
It's relatively accurate.
So I think this is going to start some healthy debate on what we are about to show. We're going to do some comparing of our lists, and then so we're just going to show our lists. Mike and I have preemptively put together our tier lists. We'll go over them a little bit for those that are listening, but we're also, if you're watching the video, you'll be able to see those lists. Then we will together rank them by importance to Nintendo. Does that make sense? Like, where does Nintendo put this one? And I'm excited to put F-Zero in the F tier as Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because that's accurate. I don't okay, excited's probably not the right term, but I'm just excited to be taking this very sinister approach to ranking Nintendo IP. So let's get to it. So right away, our tiers are S, A, B, C, D, F, and didn't play. And you're going to be very disappointed in me as a Nintendo fan, as a Nintendo Pals host, in the amount of games I have and didn't play. I have not played any games in these series, and that is Advance Wars. Not yet. I'm planning on playing the new one. Golden Sun, Bayonetta, Luigi's Mansion, Mario and Luigi, Fire Emblem, Rhythm Heaven, Mother, and Xenoblade Chronicles. Not even a little bit. The only one of these that I can say I played a little bit, I did Fire Emblem Awakening, the tutorial, on someone else's system. That is where I am at.
My didn't play is relatively similar. I got Advance Wars, Bayonetta, Rhythm Heaven, Xenoblade Chronicles. I also have Kid Icarus and the legendary Starfleet.
All right. So let's move on up here.
You don't played, I think, a demo for Bayonetta, but that doesn't count.
I see that you do not have anything in F or D tier. You don't even have an F tier. You're like, no, there's no such thing as an F tier Nintendo game. I agree. I don't have anything in the F tier either.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have specifically Ocarina of Time from The Legend of Zelda, so I didn't have anything to put in the D tier.
Wow. You're a monster. An absolute monster. Even suggesting. What do you got in your... Oh, so in my D tier, I have Dr. Mario. I don't like Dr. Mario that much.
It's because you're not good at Dr. Mario.
I just prefer every other puzzle game that came out at the same time. Like
even Yoshi's Cookie.
Yeah, I'll play Yoshi's Cookie. Yeah, that's why you see Yoshi way up higher. It's all because of Yoshi's Cookie.
Oh man, no offense. I mean, I actually love Yoshi. One of my favorite Nintendo characters. But Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi Cookie, whatever it's called.
I don't actually
not
like Yoshi
my
Cookie.
favorites.
So Dr. Mario, that's where it is. Alrighty. So what do you have in C tier?
Well, I do have Dr. Mario in my C tier.
Just because you're not good at it, it's like terrible. One tier up. All right.
There's a big difference between C and D. One is passing and one is failing.
True.
Well, kind of. Depends. Sometimes a D is passing, but generally not. Then I got Donkey Kong, ARMS, Yoshi, and Fire Emblem. I mean, I played one Fire Emblem game forever ago, and I thought it was good, but it's also been like 15 years.
So I agree with you on some. This is where I put Donkey Kong as well. I think Donkey Kong has had some really great highs in its series, but it has mostly been fluff and not great, in my opinion. I really enjoy Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. 3, it starts to lose it for me. And beyond that, definitely loses it for me. Donkey Kong 64, I actually really enjoyed. A lot of people didn't enjoy Donkey Kong 64. And everybody loves Tropical Freeze, and I can't get into it. I just don't think it's that good. I have tried. I really have.
Yeah, I was the same. I didn't try that hard. I didn't play it. Right.
Yeah, I played through like the entire first world. I was like, I just don't enjoy this that much. I don't know. It's not as good to me as Donkey Kong Country, the original. Here's a question: where does Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong game, fall? Is that in Mario or is that in Donkey Kong? Both.
That's good question. I mean, you got to put it under Donkey Kong.
Yeah. You're also, you might need to turn up your volume on your mic. You like shifted. Now you're really quiet.
How about this?
That's better. That's better. In B tier, I have Pikmin, Kirby, Mario Kart, and ARMS.
You have Mario Kart?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mario Party. I read that wrong. No, Mario Kart is up in S tier, 100%. Where's Mario Kart for you? I don't even see it on yours.
It's in B tier.
Whoa, wait. You were just hounding me for the exact same thing.
Well, yeah, because you really like Mario Kart. Also, my mic thing fell off, so my volume might get real weird. So I'm just holding it now.
You're just going to hold your mic for the rest of the episode? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you got any issues here? I see Pikmin is higher for you. Also, I'm surprised I put ARMS above you. I would have thought you would have put ARMS up higher. I like what ARMS was trying to do.
But if there's... Yeah, exactly. If there's another one, I would buy it. But, I mean, it's a pretty fun game. I just kind of felt like I had too many things in B and not enough in C, so I kind of downgraded.
Yeah, you swapped ARMS and Punch-Out for what I did. I have ARMS in B and Punch-Out in C, and you have those flipped. Okay. And then, yeah, Mario Party, I think is good. It's solid, and I will probably get most of them, but not as up there as some of these others. I tried to sort them also. I don't know if you did this. Did you just put them in tiers? I also sorted them by like...
I just put them in tiers.
Okay, I sorted them by which ones I found higher within the tier as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's too much effort and too many decisions I'd have to make. It's mostly the decision making.
Okay, what do you got in B tier for you?
I got this is my beefiest section. I think I got F-Zero, Kirby, Mario Kart, Pokemon, Mario Party, WarioWare, Punch-Out, Mario and Luigi, and Mother twice because
it was
we
on
had two of these.
Wait, where did I put Mother? Oh, Mother was in didn't play because I can't rank it because I didn't play it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these are all games I've enjoyed, but I have skipped buying several. But I have enjoyed the ones I have played.
Yeah. And I feel like that's like the perfect spot to put Kirby and Mario Party. It's like, yeah, I've skipped some. I've enjoyed the ones I've played enough. They're aight. They're like a 7 out of 10 type game most of the time. I am very surprised you have Pokemon down this low.
I mean, before Legends and new Pokemon Snap, it had been a long time since I got in a Pokemon game. The last one was, I think, Pokemon Black.
Yeah, but you really enjoyed both of those games. And
I mean, I enjoyed them, but it's kind of stale.
Okay. All right. I think it's a fair assessment, although I put it way higher. So, A tier for me, I've got bottom of A tier, Yoshi, the series, Yoshi. Then Splatoon. Then Star Fox. Kid Icarus. Paper Mario. And WarioWare. I put WarioWare above Paper Mario, which I'm slightly... And here's the thing, it's like WarioWare... I probably...
Depends on the Paper Mario is the problem.
Yes, it really does. It's like... It's hit and miss with those, where WarioWare, I feel like it's just so consistently good across the whole series. I've enjoyed all the ones I've played, but I also haven't picked up and played all of those. And I've played every Paper Mario except Sticker Star. So, yeah.
And in my A tier, I got Pikmin, Star Fox, Animal Crossing, and Splatoon.
So we agree on Star Fox and Splatoon, which I think is interesting. Pikmin in A tier, Animal Crossing in A tier. I guess you've only played the one.
Yeah, I only played the one, and I mean, I put so much time into it. I feel like I have to put it in A tier, but I almost wanted to put it in B tier.
Yeah,
but I mean, I did really enjoy it, and I put so much time into it, so it has to be an A.
Yep. And while Star Fox is in A tier,
just looking back,
us,
I'm like, I feel like I just spent way too much time.
Even though it's in A tier for us, it's probably going to rank lower for Nintendo. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, a little.
What are your S tier games? And Micah, I'm going to request that you sort these from best to worst for your S tier at least.
Well, that's too bad.
You're not going to do it?
It's impossible. They're all the perfect game series.
All right.
Essentially. I mean, literally the first two I put on are in your didn't playlist, so you should feel bad about that. I got a Golden Sun, Luigi's Mansion, Metroid, Paper Mario, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Super Smash Bros.
I also have Zelda. I also have Mario, Super Smash Bros. And Metroid. So we agree on 4. And I also have up here in the S tier is where I put Pokemon, Mario Kart, and Animal Crossing. Which I think universally most people will agree those are all S tier. At least they'll be like, that makes sense to be up there. Not even if it obviously not everybody's going to have those as S tier personally, but they'll be like, yeah, makes sense. And I agree with you somewhat. I do question Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario being in S tier. I feel Paper Mario has really high highs, but it also has such low lows for games.
The high highs are so high that it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Luigi's Mansion, I don't know. I just have always felt like it's...
Yeah, how dare you?
It's like the next rung down, It's not...
I'm sorry, how many of the Luigi's Mansion games
have you played? Well, it's down there and didn't play. I mean, you know how many I've played.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just saying, I've always thought of it as it's not an S... It's not on the same tier as Zelda and Mario. And Metroid.
Well, that's because, no offense, you're a big dum-dum and you haven't played any of them.
No
I say that in the nicest way possible.
No offense, but you're a big dum-dum. Wow. Okay. All right. Do you have any points of contention with my list other than me being a big dum-dum and not playing two games that
just say you haven't played Golden Sun and Luigi's Mansion?
Okay. My big contention,
I think that's pretty understandable.
My big contention with your list is that you haven't played the legendary Starfy. How dare you? And
I have played Smash Bros. Though, and that's the worst assist trophy. So I feel like I've played that game.
No, you don't know Starfy. You don't know Starfy. I don't know. I feel like your list is fairly solid. I am surprised Yoshi ranked so low for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly because I haven't really played many Yoshi games.
Yeah, okay.
And it's kind of the same thing as Kirby. It's especially Yoshi. It seems like they tend to be too easy.
Yeah,
challenging enough to make them enjoyable.
What carries the series for me is Yoshi's Island, the original Yoshi's Island, which is a fantastic game. Have you played through that in its entirety?
I have not played through it, but I have played some of it.
Okay, well, yeah, it is on NSO.
That is a good one.
I think you should. I think you should for sure. You would like it. It's a great platformer, and it is not too easy. In fact, I think it may be a bit challenging, especially by comparison to everything else in the Yoshi series. Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was on the NSO. Yep. I somehow missed that.
Yep, it is. And then Mario Kart being down in B tier. I guess you'd probably put it high B, right? I just don't hold it at the same. I mean,
it's a high B for sure.
It's not at the same tier as Mario Party. It's just funny. You have Mario Kart and Pokemon here in the B tier, and they're in my S tier.
At least they're not in the didn't play tier.
Yeah. Which one do you have in here? Oh, you didn't play any Kid. You haven't played any Kid Icarus at all. Also,
no, I mean, I've played maybe 10 minutes. Wait, that's on the NSO as well?
Not that
I played the newer one,
but the old
NSO,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the old one was on. I still missed that.
I'm pretty sure. May have to verify.
I apparently haven't looked too closely at the NSO.
So I did the Wii U 3DS Memories website that Nintendo put out, and by far Kid Icarus was my most played game on 3DS. I think I had like 70 hours in Kid Icarus Uprising.
That's pretty good.
I was like, I don't think the game is that long. I did spend a lot of time playing the multiplayer as well. There was a lot of fun to be had there, and going back and trying to get high scores. Uprising is E tier. What on earth, Schlimtor? No. Uprising's what brings that up so high for me. I love Uprising.
I mean, for the little bit I played, I wasn't that impressed. So,
yeah, well,
just saying.
I think it's
How
okay.
come we weren't ranking? Why isn't Ice Climbers on this list? Because that's S rank for sure.
Yeah, I guess because it only had one game. Question mark.
You only need one when you.
But ARMS also only had one game, so. So there you go. Yeah, so we used a list from online. I think both of us would.
Not ours.
I think both of us would have liked Rhythm Heaven had we played it, and Advanced Wars. I have a feeling I won't like Bayonetta. I'm just not a fan of the style or that game or the gameplay style. And yeah, that's my judging a book by its cover opinion. And then I think I would actually enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles and Fire Emblem. I should try them out. The problem is now those are intimidating games to try and get into, because both Fire Emblem
too many of them
and Xenoblade
they take too long.
Are so long. Yeah. Yep. Oh, are you not sharing anymore? Hold on, let me swap over here. We have this list of games to rank, and we are now ranking from the perspective of Nintendo. And that means that this is not our opinion. This is what we think Nintendo puts as importance for each of these series. It will hurt us probably a little bit to rank these in such a way. Starting with, this is alphabetical here. So let's start with Advance Wars.
I think that, I don't know if I should say B or A. I mean, they do got the Reboot Camp thing, 1 and 2 coming out, but it's not a new game.
I was going to say C. So you think?
Oh,
B,
you're gonna say
right?
C?
Yeah. I think this is a
I mean, just
passing.
since they have a game coming out.
Yeah, I think this is a passing franchise to the point that they're going to try it again. Does that make sense? I don't want to rank it. I think it may rank higher after this remake, seeing how well it does, but I think it's pretty middle ground right now. We can rearrange as we go as well. So are you okay putting it in C to start?
Yeah, I can accept a C.
Where does Nintendo put Animal Crossing?
I feel like after it has to be S.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
After the last one sold so well, there's got to be like
tier.
More of that.
And yeah, I think Animal Crossing with the New Horizons sales has cemented itself as like a pillar in Nintendo's arsenal. All right, Micah, how about Bayonetta?
I just got that new game coming out at some point in time.
I like
they don't have an actual.
I like putting this in the B tier. B for Bayonetta.
B for Bayonetta works for me.
B for
Bayonetta. You want to say Bayonetta is C?
At the same level as Advance Wars?
This year. And they both got games coming out.
Bayonetta has Smash representation. Smash Bros. Representation.
True.
I think she's boosted a little higher in Nintendo's eyes from that. Donkey Kong. This is a tough one. I don't know where this one falls.
They got the amusement park.
Yeah, I would say
the movie.
I would say this is B tier, but maybe low A tier.
I don't know. I might go. Though I was thinking more of like a C. When was the last? I mean, besides like the movie and the amusement park, what was the last game?
Tropical Freeze, and that was a remake from the Wii U. Okay, I've.
Did they do a remake and port that to Switch?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That changes my mind a little bit. I'd forgotten about that.
So you think B tier, low B?
I can accept B.
I'm putting Bayo above Donkey Kong, just like Nintendo does. that's where it's sad, but that's where it's at. Dr. Mario.
That's going pretty low. They had like the phone game, but
they killed it.
They stopped that.
D.
And I don't think much more is happening. Yeah, I could see.
Maybe even lower. It might be like, all right, the mobile game failed. Dr. Mario's out.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
I mean, that's up there. For sure.
I'm trying to like rate it. So I want to say S tier, but I think this is there's like a certain gaggle of games that are S tier, and those are the ones Nintendo is always pushing hard for the top. But I don't think Fire Emblem is a pillar, if that makes sense.
I feel like it's kind of close.
So high A?
I'd even say a high A. I mean, they even got the Fire Emblem Warriors thing going.
Okay. Well, how about F-Zero? Let me tell you.
Yeah, let's put that in the F.
It's in the name. F-Zero. Zero for failure. F for failure.
No thinking required.
Bottom. Yeah, no thinking required. We are Nintendo. F-Zero is dead. What's F-Zero? Who knows? Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mario Kart? Yeah, we love Mario Kart. That's us at Nintendo. Golden Sun. This one's going to hurt, Micah, but I don't know where this goes. It's not high. It does hurt. It's low. It's like
D at the highest, unfortunately.
When's the last time a Golden Sun game came out? Was there one on 3DS?
It was DS.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was going to say low C, but yeah, that's high D. This guy's dead. Here's the thing. Golden Sun, I think, is in the running for a reboot like Advance Wars.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, at least.
It's the next one to get that.
That one feels like there's a chance there'll be another one. F-Zero's like, nah. I think we're done.
No, we're not even talking. No, F-Zero. Kid Icarus. This one's hard because they did reboot it, and I thought the reboot got a
it died
huge
instantly,
boost, but died almost instantly. I am agreeing with Schlimmtor. I'm agreeing with Schlimmtor in the chat and saying this is low C.
I can accept a low C.
And this is another one I think would be cool if they brought back in some way. I actually think Golden Sun has a better chance of coming back than Kid Icarus at this point in time. Kirby.
I mean, that's an S. It can't not be, right?
I was gonna say high A, but
well, unfortunately, you're wrong.
Yeah, they do. I was trying to think like as Nintendo, they push and promote that game like insanely a lot, even though it's not they're not that good. You know, they're pushed like they are Mario and Zelda, and they're not.
I mean, they're good for what they are, which is easy platformers kind of a thing.
Luigi's Mansion.
It seemed like he's moved more younger.
Yeah, for sure.
That sweet Luigi's Mansion game came out, and it sold better than any Luigi's Mansion has ever sold. So you might think it would be a little higher.
I was going to say A tier. This is like above Fire Emblem.
I can accept. You would think. I mean,
once Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out, either on Switch or the next Switch, then I think then I think it's cemented itself as up there with Kirby. Just because there was such a gap between 1 and then like a huge gap to 2 and then a huge gap to 3. If they close those gaps and show that the series has legs that aren't, so long that they have to take like 10-year gaps between releases, then I think it's
I'd actually kind of put that more of a lower. I feel like Nintendo likes Fire Emblem, especially in Japan. I think
you're right, actually,
and that's not backwards.
Yeah. Do you want to attach your microphone back to the desk? You've been holding it so long. I feel bad.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, my whole arm is numb now, so
getting a good workout out of this podcast. Make this as slow as possible. Mario and Luigi? Dead. But how dead? Is it D dead or F dead?
Maybe a low D. I kind of want to just have F-Zero in the F.
F-Zero in the F. Okay.
Mario Kart, yeah. Put that S.
Mario Party.
So S with how many have come out recently.
Okay. I was going to say, it's S. It teeters.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year I would have said A, but
then they made another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Mario, S tier. I'm going to rank these by like importance as well. So Mario is top. I'm sorry. Mario will always be the top.
Yeah. And I feel like you kind of got to put Mario Kart. It's got to be, yeah.
And Mario Party's above Kirby. Okay. Is that right to you? Does Mario rank higher than Mario Kart? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it encompasses too much. And Mario Kart kind of falls under
Here's another one I think is going to be hard. As Nintendo, where do we put Metroid?
Well, Schlimmtor saying C, but I don't know. I mean, we just got Metroid Dread.
We're getting Metroid Prime
potentially
4.
Another year, we'll get Metroid Prime 4.
But they don't sell all that awesomely. Metroid Dread is the best selling in the series, and it's still like 3 million, I think.
Yeah, around there. But I mean, I don't know. They've been pushing it a bit. I mean, especially since Metroid Prime, if they didn't have to restart, it would be coming out around now, I would think.
Yeah,
So I feel like they're kind of pushing it a bit.
This one's hard to rank
it's kind of hard
because you're looking at it with like Bayonetta's only had 3 games. Donkey Kong is okay. So let's compare it to games we have on the list already, because I think it might land somewhere in the BA range. Does it rank above or below Bayonetta?
I don't know. It's been going on so long. There have been so many, even though they've had some kind of dead spots. A little bit. Seems like they might be trying to bring it back. So I would say somewhere in the A range, maybe a low A.
Low A.
I'm a little biased because I love Metroid, but
I'm gonna say high B. I'm gonna say high B. That's where I think it should go. It's not being pushed as much as Luigi's Mansion.
I mean, it's almost being pushed more than Luigi's Mansion.
But Dread was. Well, the marketing was pretty comparable. So low A.
Yeah, they're both good. But I'm mostly basing that on kind of because there's Metroid Prime 4 also coming out, which is a second game compared to Luigi's Mansion, just the one, in a fairly similar time frame since the last Prime.
We'll give Metroid an A. It's like we like it, but it doesn't sell well. They keep making
we keep making them, but it's not our best. Yeah. So yeah.
Mother.
It all depends on how Metroid Prime 4 does. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I think we also have to put this
in F tier.
Very potentially the F. Yeah. I mean, they have the NSO coming to that.
Yeah, they made that kind of a big deal, but they didn't really promote it, and they're not promoting it at all in post. And we are never getting Mother 3. There's not going to be any more games in the series. Mother is.
I mean, you should put it above F-Zero, though.
True. We could make a little sandwich down here with Mother, F-Zero, and Mother again.
A sadness sandwich.
Sadness sandwich. This is okay. Another one where I feel like it's hard to rank where Nintendo puts this. Paper Mario.
Yeah, I mean they had one. I mean they haven't gone too big of a time without a Paper Mario game coming out, and they're always trying to change things up. At least it seems like, sometimes not very well.
Below Metroid. I think
I would say below Metroid.
High. So, are you saying A or high B?
I'm thinking more of a B range.
Okay, let's go high B. Up. Here. Paper Mario more important than Bayonetta? Probably,
yeah, I'd say so. Just, I mean,
we'll see. We'll see how well Bayonetta sells.
They keep coming out with them.
Pikmin. I didn't like. There's some of these that are so easy, you know. It's the F's and the S that are so easy to place, and then there's games like Pikmin,
yeah,
which I honestly feel like are like. It's probably C, high C, mid C.
Yeah, high C, maybe a low B.
No, I don't think it can be up on the same level as Donkey Kong.
I mean, it's
we're ranking.
Newer. I mean, the last game in each series came out about the same time, and they ported. I mean, they ported both, but they added some things to the Pikmin, didn't they? I think they added some.
Not really.
Little bit of something.
It was like pretty much a straight port, but they also ported Pikmin 1 and 2 to the Wii with pointer controls. So they care. I'm gonna say high C. It's above Advance Wars. You know.
I mean, yeah. I just feel like it's
move it up. We can move
quite
it up.
a bit above Advance Wars.
Yes, because Advance Wars died and is coming back to life. Kid Icarus died, came back to life, and died again.
And it's dead again.
Pikmin has had
never really
large,
died.
It's
but
had
it's
a
been
large
slow.
gap. Yeah, it's slow. Yes. Pokemon.
So I feel like Donkey Kong they kind of tried to bring back, but I think it might be kind of dead again. But yeah, Pokemon up there for sure.
I think Pokemon is actually above Mario in importance to Nintendo. but
I don't know about that.
It is a hard one because to like place up against Mario, because it is not actually Nintendo. Pokemon Company is its own thing but it's Nintendo exclusive. And to Pokemon's very important. I mean, like, it is the number one media franchise in the world. Between all of its sales with everything, like I'm talking about the IP on the entirety. Every game in the Pokemon series has outsold like every Mario game ever made.
Yeah, but we have Super Mario, but then we also, as a separate thing, have Mario Kart, Mario Party, Paper Mario,
and they're all up there.
Mario, and Luigi. So I mean,
But on the whole, Mario doesn't have. Mario's
too encompassing, I think.
Mario's going to have its first animated movie coming out later this year. Pokemon has had dozens of animated movies, a long-standing TV shows.
Like cutting it. Yeah,
and I don't know. I'm
but
not sure.
Mean, Nintendo doesn't get anything from. Well, I guess they do have. I'm pretty sure they have like large stakes. And
they own
the Pokemon Company as well.
They own at least a third of the company.
Yes, I mean, so they do still get some good stuff from like the anime and.
Yep, that's why I think
call it an anime.
I think from Nintendo's perspective, they hold Pokemon at an S tier, but it's run as its own separate entity. If it was completely run by Nintendo, would they do it? And how do we rank it from Nintendo's perspective? Because are we Nintendo, or are we Nintendo and Pokemon Company? I don't know. When we're ranking this list, it will be a mystery that will keep it down here in second place. I feel like,
I mean, also just like the mascot of Nintendo being Mario kind of gives, even though there's not particularly monetary value attached to that. It also increases the importance.
Eat, sleep, breathe, Mario. Mario is the capital of Ohio. From that weird Mario commercial.
That was a good one.
Punch-Out. Dead?
I think the last one was in like the Wii era.
And it was like not...
Pretty dead.
Not a real game. I mean, it was like... It was a budget title, and I think it was download only. I don't know if that came with a physical version.
Yeah, it might be a very low D, or maybe
high F,
a higher F. I'm kind of ranking these in importance as still going to be making games for.
I'm gonna say high F. I don't know if they're gonna make more Punch-Out.
Yeah, it might not be a while
after what has happened.
They'll revive it 10 years down the line.
The rise and fall of ARMS. I don't know if they're going to try and dabble with more of that style. Who knows?
Yeah.
Rhythm Heaven, also pretty dead.
Yeah.
I think below Punch-Out. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mother is more dead than Rhythm Heaven, and F-Zero is more dead than both of those. That's so sad. F-Zero down here, so sad. Super Smash Bros. Let's throw that up here in S tier. Does it go above Animal Crossing? I don't know. It didn't sell as well.
You kind of have to, because it just has all of their IPs.
I was going to say, it didn't sell as well, but the legacy of the series as a whole and the Animal Crossing has its one-hit wonder, and we're in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, not that the other games in the series did not do well. They actually sold really well. But this one just
not this well.
Not lightning in a bottle insanity that Animal Crossing New Horizons sold. Whereas Super Smash Bros. Is more consistent, though not in that hype type, you know?
Yeah.
Not that height. It's still in the top 10. That makes it sound like, oh yeah, Super Smash Bros. Sold like a measly amount. Everything sold a measly amount compared to Animal Crossing and Mario Kart, okay? It's hard. They're hard to go up against in the sales. The only difference is Mario Kart does it every single freaking time. Animal Crossing did it this once. Splatoon, I think, is S tier.
Yeah, I think it might be.
They freaking love this game. It came out a new IP on the Wii U, and it's still here. What?
Yeah, it somehow survived the Wii U.
It survived the Wii U and is getting has one but 2 games on the Switch. 2 games in the same IP.
It was already added to Smash Bros. And Mario Kart.
It's above Kirby. I think it's actually also above Mario Party. I think that's where it sits. On the S tier.
Yeah, I accept.
S for Splatoon. They love their Splatoon. Those squids. This one's going to be hard. I don't know where to put this. Star Fox. Where do we put Star Fox?
Kind of low. It did not survive the Wii U era super well, which was its revival game essentially.
I think it is above Golden Sun.
Yeah.
I think it's above Kid Icarus.
I would put it above Icarus.
I'd actually put it.
I mean, maybe it's questionable Advance Wars.
I think above Advance Wars because it's
okay. I'd put it below Pikmin then.
Okay. I was gonna ask, I'm not sure if it should go above or below Pikmin. So it's C.
It's a game that I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they're like, we're making another one. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they just don't for a while.
Yeah. I think this time next year, it will have dropped down a tier. It'll be like, the longer we go without, the more dead Fox McCloud becomes. The legendary Starfy, gone. He's dead.
Oh, toast.
He will live on in Smash Bros.
Has that terrible sister that every once in a while will hit someone.
Below, it might be worse than F-Zero. I don't know.
He might be, but we're not putting him below F-Zero.
No, no, we're Nintendo. F-Zero is the worst game ever made.
Yeah. Never again.
WarioWare. I love the participation in chat, by the way. Thank you guys for I am looking at these, even though I'm not acknowledging every single one being commented here. WarioWare. I think it's
I could accept.
What were you saying?
Highish B.
Highish B. That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
Where in the B does it go above Paper Mario? I kind of think it actually does.
It's probably got to go below. What? I mean, they did have one semi recently, but what was the one before that? How long had that been? It was on the.
No, they had one on
the last one I can think of.
3DS.
But there's been one on the Wii U, right? Oh, 3DS.
I don't know if there was one on the Wii U. No, but it's primarily a handheld game. Wii was like the first time it was on consoles. It started on...
What was the first console it was on?
Game Boy Advance, I believe. And there were multiple versions. There were multiple WarioWares on Game Boy Advance. And then it was on DS, 3DS, Wii, and then Switch. But it has had a more consistent release schedule than Paper Mario.
Yeah, but no one ever hears about it. At least I don't.
No one.
I didn't know about it. The first one being on.
I'm thinking from Nintendo's perspective. I feel like they have more faith in WarioWare than they do in Paper Mario for no reason at all. Like, if they're making the next game and they come like, okay, what series do we need to make a game for next? They're going to pick WarioWare before Paper Mario, and it's a bad decision, but they're going to do it. That's my thinking.
I'll particularly agree.
You'll allow it,
but I mean, it's close enough that I'll allow it.
All right,
because I'm so generous.
Xenoblade Chronicles, low S, high A.
Thinking high A.
They like it more than Fire Emblem right now. It's the cool new thing.
It's like the cool Fire Emblem.
Yoshi.
That's not super high. Yoshi's Woolly World, was that the last?
Crafted World.
Super
On the
Crafted
Switch.
World?
Yeah.
So after Woolly?
Yep. Wooly was
Okay, I
on
guess
Wii U.
kind of high then.
He's pretty consistent. I'd say B, maybe, or high C.
I would say B. I'd put him above Donkey Kong.
Above Donkey Kong, probably below Bayonetta. Right there where it sits. Right there. Zelda. I kind of said that like Sega.
High B.
Zelda. Sorry.
PPP hats.
P hats. What was the other one? Octoroks. Sorry, we're still stuck on these weird Nintendo commercials. For anybody that is like, what are they talking about? Just go watch our YouTube video. Check it out on Nintendo Pal's YouTube channel. We react to it. It's a bad commercial. It's a very bad commercial. It's so S tier. I was thinking below F-Zero actually. No.
Yeah, we were saving that special last place slot just for probably below Mario Kart, because Mario Kart just always sells insane. I don't remember like Smash Bros versus Zelda.
They put Zelda high at a higher tier than Smash Bros. Well, I don't know. Smash Bros.
With all those DLC characters,
those are super
all the hype.
Those are super in the exact same level. But I'm gonna put Zelda here for legacy as a game that's been here from the very beginning.
Smash Bros. Also has incredible legacy, but
it started on the N64.
I agree with that.
ARMS,
and I feel like Super Smash Bros. Kind of loses out a little bit because it's like pulling from other IPs and things. It just puts them all together, which is super, super cool.
Yes, you are right.
But it's not the original thing.
ARMS. It's dead.
Relatively low, but also Min.
I mean, that's it, though.
In Smash Bros. Yeah.
And Smash Bros. Also has Captain Falcon.
Yeah, but Captain Falcon is
Smash Bros.
A legacy.
Means nothing. We have Luke. We've had Lucas in
Captain Falcon
3 games now, and we are never going to see his game release in the US.
Yeah, but Captain Falcon is a legacy. They can't not put him in. ARMS was new.
Yeah.
And they put him in as one of the DLCs. After ARMS hadn't been doing crazy well.
So D?
I don't know.
I think highest
probably
D.
Above.
Until this gets any sort of something else, I don't know what else you can really do with this. Because Nintendo has done nothing since that initial launch. They pushed for it so hard and then vanished. They're like, we're not supporting this anymore. There's nothing. And there's no sign of a sequel. If it gets a sequel, then this automatically bumps up to high C, low B.
If it gets a sequel, I'd probably bump it all the way up to B, maybe.
Yeah. Agreed. Alrighty, let's look at what we have done. Look at what we have done, Micah. We have definitively become Nintendo. This is how Nintendo feels about it. So are there any of these that you think we should rearrange looking at this tier list?
I'm kind of thinking maybe Kid Icarus needs to be a little more dead than that.
I think you are right. Looking at the tier list like this, Kid Icarus needs to probably go below ARMS, below Golden Sun. Maybe
above Dr. Mario, between Golden Sun and Dr. Mario. I kind of just want Golden Sun to be above Icarus because I feel like it's dead. They tried to bring it back and they're immediately just like, nah, it's dead again.
Yeah, but Smash Bros. Yeah,
Golden Sun assist trophy.
Yes, but Smash Bros. Freaking loves Kid Icarus because, Sakurai shows favoritism to his children. And so Kid Icarus and Kirby get unfair treatment at Smash
Sakurai
Bros.
Isn't all of Nintendo.
But what I'm saying is that there are 3 playable Kid Icarus characters in Super Smash Bros. Although one of them's an Echo.
Dark Pit.
Golden Sun has no playable characters. It has an assist trophy.
Yeah, but it has the coolest assist trophy.
Yeah, you've convinced me otherwise. I think it needs to go back up above Golden Sun.
Are you insane? Icarus is one they tried to bring it back, and then
Golden
they
Sun,
couldn't.
they haven't even tried.
That's because it's never fully died.
No, it died. The last game came out was on the DS. Kid Icarus has had a more recent game.
Yeah, but the gap between them for Icarus was longer, I'm pretty sure.
Before the revival? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. When did Kid Icarus 2?
And then they're like, let's revive it. And they're like, never mind. This was a terrible idea. And immediately killed it.
This is such a good idea.
I feel like it's more, just to me, it feels like it's more likely there'll be another Golden Sun game than another Kid Icarus.
That is true. You've convinced me again. It's back down below. But I don't know.
Nothing.
But definitely above Dr. Mario.
In fact, I probably think there's more chance of getting another Golden Sun game than ARMS. But I feel like Nintendo still likes ARMS, so
yeah,
I can accept ARMS still being higher. Especially with the Min Min added.
I sort of want to bump Xenoblade. I know this makes like no difference here, but I sort of want to bump Xenoblade to low S. My thinking here is that game has had a release on every console and is now getting a second one on this console. And they have re-released the first game. They have released the first game 3 times.
Can accept that.
So I feel like it's getting a huge treatment, and I might also want to bump Fire Emblem up as well for that same sort of reasoning, because they just freaking love Fire Emblem. Let's not forget the
Especially
16 playable, 16 playable characters. So I feel like from Nintendo's perspective, those are S tier series. They're low S tier. They're not Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda, but they are ones they are pushing for hard.
Seems reasonable.
I feel like there's a clear barrier between Fire Emblem and Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion being an A, and Metroid. Yeah.
Suppose.
There's a gap there. Although Luigi's Mansion's starting to, like I said, if there wasn't such huge gaps between each of the games that come out and the middling reception of the second game, I think that this would be low S tier. It's so weird to see Metroid right above WarioWare, which is right above Paper Mario. But I mean, WarioWare's a weird one because it just flies under the radar since it was exclusively handheld. But so is Golden Sun, and you were saying how great that is. So
yeah, that's because it's good, and they're like, oh boy, we love these developers too that make Golden. Now they're going to make all these other games.
They make that's next level, right?
They've made like a couple. It's Camelot.
Oh, it's Camelot. Yeah, I was like, wait. Sports games. That's why I made the time.
Yeah, they've made a couple sports games at least. Pretty sure.
Alrighty. Any other rearrangements we should make here? Does Yoshi go above Donkey Kong? Bayonetta is so hard for me to judge, but I feel good with Bayonetta being very centered.
I think it's good the way it is.
Yeah.
Because they bought out, they bought Platinum, right? So they could make Bayonetta.
All right. Well, let's go down our tier list. Starting from the top, we'll alternate. So, number 1, in the S tier, Super Mario. You can get the next one.
Pokemon.
Mario Kart.
Zelda.
Super Smash Bros.
Animal Crossing.
Splatoon.
Mario Party.
Kirby.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Fire Emblem. Then next is A tier.
Luigi's Mansion.
Metroid.
It hurts me that those are only A tier.
It hurts everyone. It hurts the fans. Then B tier. Is it my turn?
WarioWare.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. I was trying to decide.
Paper Mario.
Bayonetta.
Yoshi.
Donkey Kong.
C tier. Pikmin.
Star Fox.
That's probably like one of the saddest casualties of this list. Is how low Star Fox is. How far he has fallen. Advanced Wars. D tier.
Then we got ARMS.
Golden Sun.
Now that's the true tragedy of this list.
Yeah.
And then Kid Icarus, right where it deserves to be.
I'm all sad about Kid Icarus. Why do you... Oh, okay. Every game that I love in these series, you just smack on so hard.
You just don't like good games.
What are you talking about? No, it's a good game. It's a great game.
I mean, the 20 minutes I played, it was all right.
Yeah. You only played for 20 minutes. You didn't really give it a fair chance. When it gets a re-release on the Switch, you'll have to give it a shot. Okay. Dr. Mario.
Mario and Luigi.
F tier. The ones Nintendo forgot. Dead. Not coming back. Probably ever. Punch Out.
Rhythm Heaven.
Mother.
Also Mother.
It's just so funny that this list accidentally had that on here twice. The Legendary Starfy. And coming in very last.
We all knew it. F-Zero.
Oh, man.
As in, there's zero chance there will be another game.
F tier for F-Zero. I feel pretty solid about the ranking list we've done here tonight. Thank you so much for the suggested idea from Jenny P. Kart. And yeah, that was a good time. I had fun. Did you have fun? I don't know if I had so much fun being Nintendo. Because, like, look at what we have done to some of these franchises.
I feel like Nintendo has made some questionable choices.
Yeah.
In how they treat some of these.
It's true.
I mean, they make oodles of money, so I guess maybe not, but...
Yeah, I like this comment here in chat here. Can we get an F in chat for F-Zero? Please leave a comment if you're watching the YouTube video. Just leave an F. F in chat for F-Zero. Thank you, everybody. Press F to pay respects. Oh, man. Well, Micah, that about does it for this episode of Nintendo Pals podcast. And that was episode 78. I just want
for real this time.
Yeah, for real this time. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has been showing support for the show. Our social media accounts have been getting a lot more traction than they were. We don't have huge followings on anything. I mean, I think we're a little over 100 on most platforms, like 100 follows on Instagram and on Twitter. But they're getting traction. People are seeing them. People are sharing them. So thank you so much for that. If you want to help support the show by going out and giving us a follow or a like on those pages, you can do that. Check us out. We're on all of the social medias that you can imagine. We are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Discord. Links to all of those are in the description of the podcast or the description of the video, depending on where you're watching. You can find links. Just Google, thanks to you, and thanks to the search engine optimization we've been doing behind the scenes, you can just Google Nintendo Pals. You'll find us. Just Google it. Special thanks to Roger Pollard for the music that we use for the intro and outro of our podcast and for our amazing logo. If you want to check out some of his work, we got a link to that in the description of the show as well. So huge thanks to him. He's incredibly talented. Go show him some love. Check out his other stuff. And my God, I feel like every time I do this, I miss something here. So let me just check our notes here. Oh yeah. Reminder to leave us a 5-star review. Seriously, those have been helping us out immensely. We are currently trying to boost our show's searchability in general gaming podcasts, not just Nintendo podcasts. So, I mean, we don't talk about general game. We talk specifically about Nintendo, but that's a subcategory of gaming, so it makes sense, okay? Chase. You can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Audible, or Spotify. And I think that's it, Micah. So why don't you send us out with a closing remark?
Russell Wilson for Mario Kart.
And we'll talk to y'all next week. F-Zero is dead.